Welcome to Happy Foot, Sad Foot. Darren isn't here yet, which is why I don't even know if we're live. If you can see me, let me know. Okay, this is my friend Justin.
How's it going, guys?
Guys, we're back. We're back, baby. Is it cool to... Darren, are we live? I can't tell.
Yeah, we're live.
Hell yeah. Welcome to Happy Foot, Sad Foot. I'm Travis Hoig.
I'm Darren Miller.
Let's just get it off our chests. We needed that fucking game. We needed that game. We looked like ourselves. We looked back to the confident, competent, creative team that we know that we are. And I don't know how it felt on Apple TV, Darren, but in the stadium, people seemed, besides one man behind me who hated every single player on our team, people seemed happy.
On Apple TV, it was very similar.
Great.
They do a great job of making it really feel like exactly the experience that the game is. I mean, it's like, documentary. It's really capturing what's really going on. So yeah, that was awesome.
For those of you who have never joined us before, which I don't think is any of you, because we're just the same 20 people each time. The way this works is we give happy foots and sad foots at the end of the game. So in the comments, if you want to give us your happy foot or your sad foot, which is just a good thing or a bad thing, leave it in the comments. You can also call in. If you're a Patreon member, you get slightly earlier access, but anyone could call in very soon. First of all, my happy foot has to be Ollie taking a giant shit right before the game. I don't think people saw it at home, but right before Ollie took off, he took a massive shit, and I think that's what cursed Seattle. Darren?
I didn't see that happen, but I had that listed as my athlete's foot.
Great.
Yeah. My happy foot is pierogi season.
Pierogi season, baby.
Taking it off the board.
The Polish superstar, Matty Bogusz. I love Matty Bogusz. He is playing so competently, and I gotta say, I don't even care that I'm saying it 2 minutes into the podcast. I'm done with Buke. I'm over. We don't need him anymore. Nathan Ordaz can do everything Stipe Buke can do. Justin, it was your first LAFC. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
It was your first LAFC game with me.
Yes.
Was I a good person to watch the game with?
Travis was a great person to watch the game with. I loved it. It made the game magical. I was seeing everything in black and white the first game, and tonight it was in color. It was really great. I loved it. I never saw the Falcon. The Falcon was amazing. The Falcon was so much. What a great way to start the game. Is it a Falcon because you can't spell LAFC or Falcon without LAFC? Is that the connection?
Holy shit. Is it?
Whoa, is it?
Is that the connection?
Because there isn't really Falcon. A connection otherwise.
Most of the letters in LAFC.
I can't believe that you should work for LAFC. We're in the press box area. We should get Justin over to someone in the front office, because if they haven't figured out how to sell a Falcon LAFC shirt.
Right, just do it.
Wow. I also want to say, before we bring on, we got two guests waiting. Before we bring them on, Happy Foot. I met a bunch of people who purchased scarves today. John Quirk got the scarf on the Jumbotron for a full 10 seconds after halftime.
Insane.
We got a video of it. John, we love you. The Quirk brothers, we love you. So thank you.
Thank you so much
for that. And everyone that I met today, thank you for saying hello. And also, if you bought a scarf and I didn't give it to you today, I'll bring it to the next game.
It may have been 10 seconds for you, Travis, but Twitter videos repeat, so it was about 20 minutes for me.
Let's bring on our guest. Jeff was here first.
Jeff, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome, and congratulations on your big Patreon launch. As a patron, my skin's cleared up. I've lost about 15 pounds. I'm feeling great. You know what I mean? I can't recommend it highly enough.
Thank you so much. Wow,
Thank
huge
you.
endorsement.
A true friend of the foot.
Thank you.
Yeah, and now I'd like to be an enemy of the foot. Because my sad foot is how stupid Travis is about Stipe Buke. It's amazing.
Oh.
Like, did he do something to you? Did he come to your house and hit you with a folding chair? Like, what is this? He's cutting in every time. He's making these great passes. He's streaking down the sidelines. He's playing amazing.
I haven't seen what he does at the end of all those plays. What happened?
You mean when he scored already? Versus did you see what Opoku did tonight? Opoku put that thing into space.
Opoku
Like,
had a
you love
pure
that guy.
puke. Opoku
No,
did
no,
a
no.
puke.
This is your anti-Eastern European bias coming in once again. This is a recurring feature. You know what I mean? And I thought, like, how much money do you have to give you to like Eastern Europeans? What's that Patreon tier? You know what I'm saying? And like, if Opoku was mean, if he looked like Buke in terms of like, Buke kind of has this like kind of mean, weird thing going on. If Buke smiled and grinned and was in a good mood and happy, you'd love him. You'd love him.
Would you call Poland Eastern Europe, you motherfucker? Because I love pierogi season.
Listen, if we want to get into very specific definitions of what is and isn't Eastern Europe, we're going to be in a very weird side of Twitter we don't want to be on. But you know exactly what I'm saying, and you can like this one Polish guy all you want, but I know it's in your heart, and it's dark, and I don't like it, and it makes you feel bad for giving you money.
I want to figure it out on the podcast. Is Crimea part of Europe?
Yeah. Let's relitigate Milosevic a bunch. This will go really well for all of us.
Wow, this is now a political podcast. Let's bring Joey onto the show as well. Who would add to this?
Joey,
you don't have to weigh in on this issue. You can't take a hard left turn. Welcome back.
Well, yeah, I mean, we are all leftists in LA for sure, except for that January 6th guy who I think might be related to Darren somehow. I know.
Yeah, Darren gave him that scarf.
Yeah.
Justin, if you don't know, Darren is a big fan of the police. He backs the blue at all times.
Okay. Yeah, very cool.
I just got all my LAFC gear out of my shed, which includes my WGA signs. But Jeff, I need some new ones.
Hell yeah.
I'll get them to you. Yeah. I've been doing a thing, but Travis and I'll get you more signs. I promise.
We'll get you more.
But yeah, wow, what the fuck? That
it
awesome.
Feels Joey, it feels good to be back, right? This feels like a real statement. It wasn't a perfect game, but when we did the preview for this, I said we need to score 1 goal before the end of the season, and we've now scored 2 in a week. I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, and actually, I don't know if you guys know about the Pride fundraiser, but they're actually raising money per goal, and so it was pretty dismal the fact that we started off scoring no fucking goals in the month of June. I'm really happy that we started scoring some goals. Maybe we can blow it up against Vancouver on Saturday. Because
this is how we find out Bouanga's a homophobe. He just didn't want to score goals.
Oh no!
Come on! It was sitting there, Travis. We all knew it was there, but no, that's low, man.
I guess we should all get that shirt then and wear it to the game.
Yeah.
Bouanga poem.
Thomas G brings up a good point. I think they regrassed the side of the field that was bad. It looks as if, like, we looking down right now, there is a clear line on our side of the field where it used to be all torn up, and it looks like new grass. I think we've fixed
regrassed.
The field problem.
That is a technical
Thanks
term.
to the people of Blink 182.
I'm here and the grass looks incredible. I've never seen grass that looks this. I'm shouting, sorry, but it really looks spectacular. It's an
gets excited about grass.
Green.
I mean, I did for a second think like, oh no, are they playing on turf? And then I was like, wait a second, we're at home. They can't be playing on turf. What is that?
Yeah, I think they spray painted the bad grass or they put in new grass, but you can see a clear line where I think they put in new grass. Joey, Jeff, any happy foots or sad foots? We brought you on and talked about Crimea.
Yeah. So my sad foot, aside from Travis's real dark stuff, real upsetting stuff, is do you guys know who Doc Ellis is?
The name is very familiar.
Doc Ellis,
the pitcher,
Major League
the
Baseball
pitcher who
yes,
go for it, Joey.
Pitched a perfect game on LSD, right?
Yes. No, I don't. It wasn't a perfect game, but he pitched the game on
a no hitter,
right?
Like a no hitter. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Not a no, but yeah.
Listen, amazing feat. I think we may have seen the reverse of that today with Ryan Hollingshead. I think Ryan Hollingshead may have played 90 minutes on acid because I have no other explanation for how this amazing player who we've all following, who's done so many great things, forgot how to play soccer for 90 minutes. I don't understand it. It is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life. He had some passes where they're not even like where a guy might be. Like that one he had in the late second half where he like just kicked it out of bounds. Like Opoku wouldn't have gotten that if he was in the right spot. I'm like, he's missing headers like left and right. Like every pass is bad. It's like it's the weirdest thing possible. He looked like something was wrong. And I hope
there was that series of 3 corner kicks where he simultaneously fucked up 3 corner kicks in a row. And the ball found him perfectly at 2 of them. It was a really weird thing to see. I tweeted more like Ryan Hollings because he couldn't head. You get it, Jeff?
Oh, I got it. I'm glad you're bringing tweets that you already tweeted into the podcast.
I tweeted
it
and I had to
separate
say
audiences of people. You know what I mean? The
Just
people
want to
who are
remind
on
you,
the
you can
podcast.
subscribe to Patreon at Patreon.
Travis, you didn't mean like he lost his head? Like he didn't have his head?
Oh, that works too. I don't fucking know, man. I was having a good time with my boy Justin. We were talking about lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, looking
Can
at
I
the
say my
grass.
stat foot?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Just because this was incredible game, but in an hour and a half of play time, I missed the goal because I was getting a sandwich from King's Hawaiian and a bottled water for Travis.
I will say
wow.
he would have seen it, but King's Hawaiian messed up his order. They had to redo it.
Yeah.
So Sadfoot, King's Hawaiian, we're boycotting.
That is a classic sad foot. That is a textbook sad foot.
Textbook, yeah. Unironic.
I'm walking away from Wi-Fi connection, infamously. But that being said, athlete's foot. Am I wrong? I think the Dole Whip is still a part of the King's Hawaiian experience.
Look,
So
Doc,
that shirt is funny, but a little off. It's not part of our history yet.
Joey, we discovered this. Someone messaged it to us after we were very excited about this idea for sure. And then today, when getting a beer at King's Hawaiian, they do in fact sell Dole Whip. So I just want to say, still buy the T-shirt. It's a good joke.
I bought the shirt. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be
right.
like a limited edition. There's like 3 of these shirts possible. This is great.
Yeah, we should.
I thought
guys-
2 great things. I have a
Pull it
limited
off
edition
the
shirt,
store. Yeah.
and I have Dole Whip. This is amazing. This is the best day of my life.
Yeah, just because it's part of our present doesn't mean it's not part of our history. You know?
Hold on. LAX Andy is here too. Let's really get the sound
Yes.
quality shitty. Let's bring 5 people on.
Let's do this. Oh yeah, I love that background noise. Let's go.
I gotta say, there was a ton of cops running over to the corner here at BMO. Darren would have been really excited. So
Are those my friends? What are their names?
I didn't get the names on the badges, but I'm chilling by the hot dog vendors where it's safe until things clear up a bit.
Was
You can
something
always drop
wrong?
my name if anything goes down.
Thank you. I'll name drop. I don't know. It was kind of spooky. A bunch of them were running over, and then you saw some police cars with the sirens. But it looks like it's clear, so I'm gonna try walking to my car now.
Okay, well, don't go to a dangerous place, Andy.
I mean, do you? I can say this because
Travis.
I'm from near here. Do you know where BMO is?
I think it's a beautiful neighborhood that has a lot of potential, Andy. Any happy foots or sad?
Oh my God! No, I had to call in because today I really felt like today was the beginning of a new era. The energy in the crowd, it just felt like we controlled the game. So much positivity in the stadium, and I have to say, I think a big part of it was because of these boys making their debut at BMO today. And what's crazy is I was sitting up in 213. I got to give a shout out to Taylor, fellow friend of the foot. Didn't even realize this guy comes back to the seat with his scarf. We're like, holy cow, we're both friends of the foot. So the 2 of the, I don't know, however many scarves that were in the stadium tonight were right next to each other. Just lots of great energy.
That is insane.
Yeah, and I feel like we had the game in hand pretty much the entire time, except for those 30 minutes of stoppage time they added at the end of the game, which was nuts, and that was like really nerve-wracking. But otherwise, it just felt like a party. It just felt like we're back. I know Darren at some point in the chat he said something like, "It's so great to see Vela and Chiellini and everybody back." And also, I know Bogusz got the man of the match, but in my opinion, McCarthy should have been the man of the match. He had some ridiculous saves in the first half. Without him, I don't know where we are.
Yeah.
He had some amazing saves that my reaction was like, okay, those are the good ones, and at some point we'll get the bad ones, and then we didn't.
Yeah. There was one near the end of the game. It was hard to see, but it was like off of a set piece where from my angle it looked like the exact ball that he normally bungles, and he just gobbled it up. But I don't know if maybe it was just a bad angle or whatever, but it was the whatever. That's not interesting because I couldn't see what was happening. Is this I host a podcast about this team. Why am I doing
Joey, I don't know if you're at a place where you can be heard. Did we get a sad foot from you? Where are you at?
I'm approaching a street light, and I wanted to show off my dog who's going apeshit right now. He reminded me of, I don't know that I have a sad foot, really. Like, actually, I do have a sad foot, which is I didn't get to see my favorite part of the game, which is Ollie, and then the fact that she took a big,
Big
bird
ol'
dump.
dookie. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that also is preserved on Twitter history. But in honor of my dog, Cubby, I wanted to say Daniel Crisostomo, who gets a lot of shit talking from the LAFC community, said in his interview he's got the dog in him, and I think he really played a really fucking solid game. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling some Crisostomo love right now.
That's a great point.
So
That was a great game.
Jeff, I noticed you're making a face. Tell me what that face is about.
Wait, hang on.
If that's
Just so
a
you guys,
great game. What's a
Andy,
bad
just so
game?
you know, I'm going to mute you for your background noise, but anytime you want to jump back in, feel free. Jeff, seems like you disagree.
I already made my joke, and
I didn't hear it. Say it again. I like saying jokes twice.
If that's a if that's a great game from Crisostomo, what's a bad game from Crisostomo? You know what I mean? Is it
I will
him like
say-
falling apart? Like
I
literally?
wrote down that he seemed to step slow at times. He has a lot of energy, but there was a moment where he got fully beat on the way back, one-on-one. But again, he's a
I
young
saw that.
guy. But
Yeah,
I want Nathan Ordaz to get all of Stipe Buke's
He's
minutes.
not that young though, right? Like that's the thing. Is like he's a little bit older. Like I think he's 22 or 23 at this point, right?
Oh, is that
So,
true?
like, yeah, and like
So, like
oh,
my age.
He's more. I think
Yes,
he's like
yes.
24 or 25, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ancient
so
by
older
LAFC
than
standards.
yeah. But what I mean is like is that I think that I can't take anything away from him. He played very well, but I'd rather have, and this will be a shock to some of you who remember me going after Duenas a month ago. I think Duenas should have played those, and I know they said on the broadcast that he's tired and that's why he didn't. But I'd always rather have the younger guy with more upside take those
Yeah.
minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
And let's not forget that Seattle was coming off 7 days of rest, and still they looked old. They looked tired. They were slow. I couldn't believe. Like I would have thought that they played this morning, given how LAFC outplayed them. So that's just my personal take, and that's not purely because I read some of that in the comments while I was on the podcast.
I thought maybe you had a thing from the press box that you were reading.
They did say something very similar on the broadcast, which is funny because you were there in person. Oh yeah, you were just watching the press conference.
He's just watching Steve
Yeah.
Cherundolo explain what happened.
Justin, if you were Steve Cherundolo right now, what would you be saying to the people asking questions? There'd be so many questions being thrown at you.
Honestly, I would say that the Foot Clan has some serious momentum, and I think that needs to be on a shirt.
Momentum, baby. We got momentum. The numbers keep piling up. We're seeing scarves on the Jumbotron. We got friends meeting friends with scarves. That's momentum, baby.
Wait, I want to clarify. Andy, were you saying that the guy sitting right next to you that was otherwise a stranger happened to
Yes.
be?
Yes, completely. Did not.
That is
talk to
absolutely incredible.
have not talked to this guy before today, and he literally met up with Travis at half, came back with his scarf, and realized we were both friends of the foot.
That is insane. That's so cool.
Yeah, and I got to meet both you guys today, which was very cool. Daniel J proves that both me and Jeff are wrong, saying Crisostomo, and I'm his biggest hater, completed 94% of his passes, didn't lose possession once, and had 5 ball recoveries and 100% tackles won. It didn't pass the eye test, but those stats certainly passed the
Stats don't
stat
lie.
test.
There's a lot
So
of truth there, but there's one lie, which is that you're not his biggest hater if you're defending him on a podcast. I can say that objectively. Yeah. There's a lot of people that hate him more than you do.
I have a couple more feet that I want to say. You already said pierogi season. Ali took a big shit. Our passing looked great and creative for the first time in a while. My biggest sad foot, Trey Young was in the stadium, and I just want to say fuck Trey Young.
That's an important sad
Trey
foot.
Young is
Yep.
not valid in BMO. Trey Young, he looks
Not
like a
fit to wear the
lollipop
kit.
with hair on it. I fucking hate Trey Young. He had this. Also, maybe it's this kit, Darren, that you've. My black kit was in the wash, so I wore a green jersey to a Seattle game, which was dumb. But I've worn the home kit the last 5 times I've been here, and we haven't played great. So maybe I have to wear this fucking Buke Puke kit every time I'm here now.
Isn't that the kit that Trae Young was wearing?
Yes, but Trae Young doesn't belong here. I hate him, and I hope that he falls in a well.
All right. Well,
And also, that bad run, you know, we played weak for a while, but the only 2 games where we looked outside of the Leon games where we looked miserable were both against Houston. And maybe we just play poorly against Houston because we looked great tonight against a really, really good team. We could play better than we did, but that was easily the best we've looked in a long time. So there's a world in which it was just Houston, but maybe we just got our confidence back.
yeah. I mean, it just feels like I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but it felt very easy to feel like the sky was falling when we were in it, and it's feeling very easy now to be like, oh, it was nothing. I think it was like it wasn't like, oh no, what's going on? We did like, it's just we're playing tired. We don't have a lot of consistency. We found it, so maybe it's gonna stick.
Yeah, I feel much better. We still have 3 weeks of this, if not more, where we have 2 games. We have next week off, or we have Vancouver Saturday, then we have a week off, and then it's 2 games a week until Leagues Cup. So we're gonna have to do a lot more rotation. I really wanted Cifu to get that goal. That's also a sad foot. You know, there's a world in which that was his last goal for the team.
That was my sad foot.
But was it a handball? We couldn't really see in the stadium.
100%. I mean, I think I personally would I would be in favor of the rule be like leaving an exception for totally incidental contact. I don't know if I'm in the minority for that, but according to the rule, there was no question.
According
like
to the rule,
he just headed it off of his arm and hit. Yeah, he just headed it directly off of his own arm, and that's why he didn't. I don't know if you noticed, he like barely celebrated at first, and was kind of weird. He was kind of aloof, and it's because he knew that it wasn't a goal.
I just want to point out there's been a full back and forth about Ilie Sanchez's hair in the comments, so I just want to read the entire back and forth about it. Let me find the first message. Tiny Donuts 123 Happy Foot Ilie slick back to start the game. Daniel Angel replies by saying that wasn't a slick back, it was a ponytail. And then Tiny Donuts says it was good and greasy and I love it. And so I'm happy that conversation happened in our comments.
That's great. That's good. Yep.
Luke points out that Seattle had 11 days of rest, Justin. So,
oh, wow.
You knew that, though.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I heard you whispering.
I said at least 7 days of rest because I wanted you guys to do some of the work. Yeah.
Well, he meant 7 business days.
Yes. Yeah.
Lol Man Trash Can says, "Where am I? I don't know, man. Why you tell us?"
I love Low Man Trash Can. Dude,
yeah, Low Man Trash Can makes me laugh every time.
Can we do a welfare check on Joey because he's been in this black abyss for the last 12?
Oh, there we go.
Hey, all right, we got Joey.
All right, great.
Darren,
I was getting very worried.
Darren, if you could text any of your cop friends to go check on Joey, that would be great.
I've already got him there. I told him to check on Andy. They've been getting in touch with me on the walkie-talkies, telling me that he just kind of ran away from them. So I don't know.
I hope like 3 seasons from now, a new listener comes on and genuinely thinks that Darren loves the police. I can't listen. There's a fascist who hosts that show.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I had a great time. What did we miss? Did we miss anything that we should be talking about?
Have we talked about Bouanga?
No, good point. Bouanga jet lagged. Maybe he made a lot of real dumb decisions. I don't know. What do you want to say about it, Andy?
I mean, just that was my sad foot for the game. I'm as you said, I'm sympathetic. I feel like I don't know how many. I'm not a fan. I don't know how many national team games he played over the last week. But yeah, I was just not too excited and not too surprised when they took him out in the 60th.
There were audible groans when they took Bouanga out for Stipe. It was like, yeah, that's a like for like. Jeff, don't shake your fucking head. How
Like-
dare you think that it's a similar player between
It's not a
Steve
similar
Buke and
player,
Darren
but
Moore?
the idea that you need to tell people that they were boos because you have to take this thing and blow it up into something bigger than it is. He's very good as a winger. There's no natural number 9. He's going to be swinging those into a guy that's much better than the guys who are playing 9 now. And we're all gonna
Are you
forget
being
about
paid
9.
by like the Croatian tourism boards to make sure that we talk shit about Steve Buke?
Here's what I don't want to have happen is what happened with Brian Rodriguez, which is that everybody got hard on him and he was young and he's got that thing in his head and you could tell that it got to him and he got the yips because of us. And I
Okay,
know
I'm going to
that's what
say he's
happened.
had the yips way before he heard of this podcast.
No. I'm not saying that you. I love that you think that I mean you specifically, but I think Brian Rodriguez got the yips because of the
Yes,
larger
that's fair.
fandom coming after him all the time. And these guys are really young and like Brian Rodriguez. I mean, I think Buke is not as smooth on the ball as Rodriguez was, but I think that these guys are really good at getting to those wide positions and throwing the ball in the middle. And we're doing Buke and Bogusz and Bouanga a disservice by not having a really solid number 9 that's just going to knock that stuff from the back of them.
I also want to say someone in the Patreon live like game thread said that there's Buke Pukes and Buke Jukes. And I think that that's really interesting. He's so good with footwork and he's really good at beating people one-on-one. So we have to give him credit for the Buke Jukes while we also remind ourselves that a Buke Puke is always coming. Joey, why did you put your phone on the floor and make us look up your shorts for a while?
We didn't actually see up your shorts. That's not real.
I felt like that's such a throwback to the early Zoom days, you know, like I'm chasing around our fur kid and looking like an idiot in the meantime.
We did get somebody in the comments. Sorry. Please go ahead.
Which is that Ordaz just blew by the Seattle defense a couple of times. You know what I mean? Like that, him going around Nuhu. If we'd gotten a goal out of that, that would be in every LFC promo clip from now to the end of time.
Yeah,
because Nuhu's really good, man. Like Nuhu was like playing out of his mind at the World Cup. He's one of those only guys on another team, and I'm like, oh, I wish we had him. You know what I mean? He played a really good game, and Ordaz just smoked him, man. And I think, I mean, I wasn't watching. I wish that I'd been able to go back and see, but I think Nuhu tried to foul him and couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So I think Ordaz is really, really good. And I think there's an argument to be made that like he should be playing a lot more than he's playing. You know what I mean? Ordaz, when we get everybody back. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like that's a young attacking player that's really good that we've got on a homegrown. That if we sell, we get a lot of money for him. So why not take him during these dregs of the season and just throw him at these tired defenses? It's a little earlier than we're doing it now.
Yeah, I do think Ordaz is ready. I had a thought today where I'm like, I want an Ordaz kit. It would be fun to have a Nathan Ordaz jersey because he's just so fun to watch. And Duenas too. I mean, Duenas is solid, but Ordaz is flashy, so it's real fun to watch Ordaz. Oh fuck! There's people in the. Maybe that's what the police presence was. They said the ice was outside the game, and then they took all the knockoff merchandise from vendors outside. Well, that sucks. I hope that there is. I hope that there's repercussions from that.
Arrested? They got arrested. They're saying.
No, they took the knockoff merch.
Now, Frumpy Hooper here saying, food vendors arrested before the game.
Oh Jesus!
Boy,
I think Frumpy might be a troll.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes you feel better. Well, okay. I was outraged. Though. I was genuinely outraged.
Well,
also,
we might have spread
shout out to my brother,
misinformation.
My brother Danny, who discovered that at least in past seasons you could not get an R on a custom jersey, and so rather than getting a Cherundolo jersey, he got Stevie C. That's why we call him Coach Stevie C.
Oh,
because
that's funny.
You couldn't get Cherundolo on the back of your jersey. I hope that's not true. I hope you
couldn't
get
an R.
You couldn't get an R apparently.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
I feel like this
I know,
is
and
the
I had
first,
to order. I had to order a jersey from China to get a Korean last name because I want Kim Moon-won in the original. So
cool.
Yeah, hopefully LA HQ hopefully works out. You know, we need some more custom jerseys.
What'd you say, Jeff?
I think that this is the first Patreon exclusive podcast that you guys do. Is an investigative podcast about why we can't get ours on our custom kit.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Part serial documentary. You go around, you do a lot of research. You know what I mean? A lot of really dramatic music. That's I put in $10 a month for that for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you're going to do a second tier for investigative podcasts. The third tier will be $40 a month. I know
it does sound like a show that needs
No, we haven't said it yet. Truly, thank you to everyone who signed up to be a friend of the foot or who bought merchandise. Like
Thank
we
you
know,
so much.
we know that money is not easy to part with, and so the fact that you wanted to give a little bit to us means truly a lot, and it's really rad that we're building this together. So thank you for not laughing us off the face of the. It feels so weird to ask for any money, so thank you for doing it. It really means a lot.
Yeah, thank you guys. It seemed like I was just not paying attention that whole time, but really I've been looking for a Low Man Trash Can at some point said that he met LEA in the comments, and I wanted to put that on the screen. I've been looking for it for like 10 minutes now. But I agree with Travis. Thank you so much for all the support, everybody.
Darren's a rigid capitalist. He wished we made more money so that we could donate to the police league so that we could get away with crimes. If you donate enough to the police union, you can do any crime.
Listen, it took a lot of money to pay them off to arrest all those vendors, so we're going to need some of that back.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Darren, did we miss anything? Oh, the fuck that miss by Opoku, but I don't even want to talk about it. We won a game.
A big win. A big win. A thin win last time that really is solidified this time. Let's put a streak together. That was a really nice return to normalcy, I'll say.
Thank you guys for calling in. Thank you for chatting. As always, Justin, thank you for joining. Any stats you want to share before you go?
This is the first game since I couldn't even make something up.
Juneteenth.
Right
it's our first game.
The first game since Juneteenth. I don't know if anyone knows, but I went deep and looked that up. So yeah, pretty cool. First win. Also the first win since Juneteenth. So
yes,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you guys for hanging out. I really love all of you. I wish all of you a kiss on the mouth.
I think I wish all of you out of a well if you happen to be in a well.
Yes. Well, throw a ladder down. Foot Clan, Friends of the Foot, Foot Soldiers.
We love you.
Tomentum. There's a lot of Tomentum tonight. We got to win.
With a lot of Tomentum.
And also Pride Night on Saturday.
Yes.
And hope to see everybody there. I have a flight at 5 a.m. Sunday. I'm still going to try to make it, but we'll see how that conversation goes with my wife.
All right. We're doing it.
It's a good joke when you're like, my wife's she sucks. Like that's a good joke.
That's always a good joke.
Yeah.
Well.
Question. Did the Galaxy win?
Sound off in the comments.
Let me look. I don't know. Let's wrap this up. Darren, take it away.
Yeah.
Galaxy
Thank you,
tied.
everybody,
Galaxy
for tuning
tied.
in. Galaxy tied. Well, we're at top of the West. It always looks nice when we're at the top and they're at the bottom. Thank you, AO. It was
Just
Filipino
back to the
night.
Graphs real quick, because I honestly now that the field is cleared out, it's really just, I wish you could see what I'm seeing, and now you can. I mean, check that out. That is pristine grass.
That's good
You're not
looking
going to get
grass.
greener than that.
That's good looking grass.
All right, Darren, take us away.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the show. We will have a pregame preview show dropping, I believe, Friday morning for the Saturday game. Look out for that. Thank you so much to everyone who contributed, who got merch. There's cool merch. Check it out at happyfootsadfootpod.com. Check out the Patreon. Subscribe to the podcast. Give us a like. Tell your friends about it. Rate, review, whatever you need to do.
All the links will be in the show notes, patreon.com/happyfootsadfoot if you want 15% off all merch, or you just want to say you like the show. It really means a lot, and it helps us a lot. So thank you.
And most importantly, just keep hanging out on the live streams. Keep listening. Let us know what you think. We're going to keep making this bigger and better and doing our thing. Thanks so much for hanging out.
And if we spread misinformation in this podcast, we are sorry.
Perhaps heartfelt goodbye to Cifu. We love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Love you. Bye.